Desktop. Here we go. Okay, if I overwhelmed your screen, just hit escape. And we got the key points. All right, some announcements. Okay, you already did that? Okay, so I just want to remind you that if you haven't been on our private Facebook page, Buddy has been posting these awesome calculator challenges. Now, all of you were in the calculator class, and I just have to emphasize, this is so much fun, and it's such a great opportunity to practice. So Buddy has come up with like these scenarios, and he's asking you guys questions to, he's looking for answers to some of the questions that he's asking based on the scenario. So please, I've only seen a couple of you in there, Sherry, and I don't know who else, that are actually responding. But I just want to say this, Buddy takes the time to come up with all these weird things.
Stories are awesome.
The stories are great. Will you please like entertain it and just read it and get your financial calculator out? Because I know this, using the financial calculator and your creative finance, it's literally a muscle. If you don't work it out, your muscle is going to atrophy and you're going to forget everything. So while we're in the challenge and Buddy's taking the time to create these scenarios for you, will you please go in there and at least answer or see if you get the right answer and if you understand the concept, most importantly. And the other thing I recommend is be sure to read the comments, because sometimes the comments get hidden, they get compressed. So if you see comments, press on those, because oftentimes the golden nuggets are in the comments. So if you haven't done so already, he's already posted a couple calculator problems. It's not a problem to go back and make sure you understand and get the right answer, even though he may have already posted some of the answers. So please go in there. Secondly, we have another field trip. It's this Thursday at Landwood Title. Okay, all of you are invited. Obviously, it's not mandatory, but I highly recommend it, even though you understand title, and maybe you may even understand escrow. But the feedback I get from this field trip is people that have even done a few deals, what they learn and what they understand, the understanding that they get about title and how escrow works is like out the roof, because they'll go over things that maybe you didn't realize, and then you'll also understand some of the services that that they provide as a title company, or in general what title companies can do. So if you don't have this information, please take a screenshot of this. That is their address. Landwood Title is in Santa Ana. It's this Thursday, October 26th from 10 to 12. Remember, early is the new on time. So please get there on time, okay? And then just a little hint. Okay, 1403 North Tustin Avenue, okay, there's like a whole, it's like this office corporate park. Just know their building is all the way to the back. So when you get 1403 on your Waze or your, whatever, your navigation thing, just make sure to head on to the back of the parking lot, because that's where their building is on the 3rd floor. Okay, so that's Landwood Title this Thursday. Quick reminder, what's at 12:15? That's right, our conference call. Okay, so Landwood knows we have our conference call at 12:15. So they'll make sure that you guys are done by 12. Okay? Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. And last but not least, Sherry, do you want to talk about this? Sherry is inviting all of us. You know, you may have heard she works with home investors. Sherry, I'm going to shut up. Talk about this.
Well, so every month, once a month, we do something that's called the Deal Makers Session. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it before, but we have all of the home investors, franchisees typically are there. But it's open to the public for anyone that wants to come. So we have anywhere sometimes from sometimes it's 30 people, sometimes it's been 100 people that attend this networking meeting. And what it is, there's no fee. The only thing you do have to pay for your parking that's there. Parking's under the building. But it's at the Embassy Suites, and the address is there, obviously. So it's sponsored by a real estate attorney, and she will offer to everyone that's there that attends that she'll answer, reply to emails or answer phone calls for free. If you just have something, you want to ask her, and I've used her quite a bit myself. There's realtors there, there's title companies there, there's lenders there, there's wholesalers there. And so what we do is we go around and do like a 30-second commercial. Everybody talks about why they're there and who they're trying to hook up with or meet up with. And then if you have deals, so like Rebecca, Sean, I don't know if you guys have deals, Jennifer, you can bring those deals. And if you want to let me know ahead of time, I can get you the information that you can fill out, and they do a presentation and you can present your deal to everyone there. And most of them always get sold that night, or usually within a couple of days, obviously. So it's a great opportunity to also just see how wholesalers do present their deals, what they show, what they explain, how they do it. I think it's a neat experience. So it's from 7 to 9 this Wednesday.
So that's in 2 days, you guys, 7 to 9.
25th. Okay.
That's so awesome. So do you think you can find some buyers there to even just add to your buyers list?
That's where I got all mine.
Do you think you can find some investor-friendly realtors there? Oh, hell yeah. So if you guys are available, definitely something to go check out this Wednesday. Thank you, Sherry, for sharing. And then last but not least, your assignment for the week. 5 offers. 5 offers. That's it. 5 offers. Now, how are you going to get to the 5 offers? You probably need to make some calls. How are you going to get to the 5 offers? You probably need to do some evaluations. And when you make your calls, do your evaluations, you'll probably find some buyers. Maybe you're going to go to the thing on Wednesday. So be sure to add to your buyers list. But what I want to see is 5 offers. Remember, you're not going to take down any deals unless you're breathing the oxygen. That is the oxygen to investors, which is making offers. Okay, so get your 5 offers out. If you want to do another marketing campaign, let's say you only did maybe 10 or 15 of your list, or 20, send out more this week now that you kind of got used to that. Or go scrub your list some more or whatever. Take a look at that. But all I want to see next week is I want to see 5 offers. Can you guys handle it? And remember, they don't have to be just on the MLS. You can do offers, or you can redo offers direct to sellers as well. Don't forget that. This is a great season for direct to sellers. All right, guys, thank you so much for staying a little late and being patient. Sorry for the little weird flub up there with my computer earlier. Thanks for all your questions. Thanks for participating in the quiz. And does anyone have any questions before I end the call? Yes, Rebecca.
You had talked about the other word for the car form, the RPA, for another state. And when I was when we were going to buy the property in Missouri, I ended up talking to an escrow officer, and she was willing to look over your purchase to see if it was compliant. Bless you. So Jennifer, I know at some point you had reached out to me asking about that, and I'm wondering if that worked in Tennessee as well. Were they able to give you guidance on the documentation to use? Yeah. Okay, so that may be a way if you're working out of state. It was so easy, I couldn't believe it. The escrow officer was happy to help and make sure that we had examples of documentation we could use that would be compliant. But then I also, for this offer, I had somebody ask me why I was using this particular form instead of the standard. And I asked, do you mean the car form? And she said, no, the standard purchase agreement. So is there another standard purchase agreement we should have an awareness of?
Are you talking about in California?
This is the California one. So, okay, I didn't know what she was talking about. So, okay.
Well, the standard is the car form, when you're talking agents. But really think about this. I want you to think about this. When I've done, is this direct to seller or was this?
She's both. I think she's really a wholesaler, but she pretends she's a realtor, but she's on the title. So there's something more going on.
Well, you can always say, I'm not a realtor, so if you want to use a car form, RPA, then you need to do it because I'm not licensed and I'm not supposed to use it. And number two, if she says there's a standard, just say, well, I'm happy to go on any standard contract. Why don't you give me what your standard contract is?
Okay.
There's no other standard. There's the California Association of Realtors. And as far as I know, as far as contracts, to me, a contract is just an agreement between two people. If she doesn't want to do it on the car form, even though she's an agent, she doesn't have to. Yeah. And then last week, I also, I think it was last week, I referenced firsttuesday.us, firsttuesday.us. Do you remember that, Rebecca? Yeah. Okay, so if you go in there, there's a lot of forms there. And what I do know about First Tuesday is that all those forms have been vetted by attorneys and all work in California as well. So I want to leave you with this thought. I have taken down deals where I wrote it on a piece of yellow letter paper, a legal pad, okay? And all it is a contract is just simply an agreement by two parties, a buyer and a seller. There was an address. I gave them a small EMD and a date that I wanted to close and a price. And they agreed. And all I did was take that piece of paper. I mean, I've heard people do this on napkins, okay? All I did was take that piece of paper to my escrow officer, and she used it as a binding contract. And then all the escrow officer did was create escrow purchase instructions, right? Which basically memorialized what I had written down on that piece of paper that we both signed. And that was perfectly fine as well. So I say that because there doesn't have to be a standard. It can be on a piece of paper. It can be on a napkin. It's just do all parties agree, okay? And last but not least, that car form, it is so long, and I may have mentioned this in the past. It does protect the buyer, it does protect the seller, but more importantly, it protects the agent and the broker. So a lot of that stuff in the middle is like, not even relevant to us, right? So, but we like to use it to our advantage. So, okay, so does that answer your question, Rebecca?
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else? Awesome. Claire looks like she's getting home. I can see that steering wheel. All right, everyone. Good luck. Have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday and definitely on Thursday at the field trip. All right. Take care.
Bye. Be good or be good at it, guys.
Bye. Thank you.